Alright, ladies and gentle people, welcome to Redline Racing League, the Monday League, and we're here for round number 12. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we're here for round number 12. The second half of the season starts tonight, and we're here at Britain, so potentially some weather might be playing a factor in both qualifying and in the race, but we shall see. I am joined once again by my fellow co-commentator, as per usual, Mr. Versa himself, Versa Roscoe Arm. Ross, welcome.
It's great to be back alongside you in the commentary box. Still mad to think that we've gone over the halfway mark of this season. Doesn't seem like ages ago we started the season. Well, I didn't start the season. You did, obviously, considering I've missed a few races along the way. But got a good turn up again. 17 runners. Weather could play a factor, like you said. So interesting to see. It might be a nice slipstream train if we get dries, but bring it on, I say.
And would you look at that? It is a little bit overcast here already, so don't think it might be raining. If it's going to rain, it might be raining at the end, but we shall see what drivers are going to be doing strategy-wise. So I have the standings up as you were introducing yourself here tonight. So we got New Zealand Ryan in first place on 248 points. He's 88 clear of DRC Jared on 160. So Jared needs to have some luck go his way. There's a few drivers already going to go on mediums. So they're probably going to be doing softs at the end, one would probably assume. We've got I'm Deathbro in P3, who is not here, unfortunately. We have Oz Formula in P4. Is That Matt 039 in 5th. Benny F1 is in 6th. Broker Reptiles in 7th. Bazooka in 8th. Penske is in 9th. And B Dubstep is in P10. Outside the 10, we have a laggy person. Savoury Mince Pie is in 12th. Dill is in 13th. Poms is in 14th. Venom is in 15th, who is now full-time. DT in 16th. Cowboy is in 17th. Mitchie in 18th. And Edge is in 19th with a blank Haas car in P20. The team standings in the constructors, we have Racing Point in first place on 258 points. We have Mercedes in P2 on 170, so another 88-point gap opening up there for Racing Point. We got Ferrari in P3 on 97 points. They haven't scored many points in the last few rounds, which is a shame, but Deathbro not making it recently. Berserk has been disqualified from the session. We've got Renault in P4. Williams are in 5th. Alfa Romeo is in 6th. McLaren are 7th. AlphaTauri are 8th. Red Bull are 9th. And Haas are in 10 on 28 points. But there's a few constructors battles happening down the field, so it's going to be interesting to see what happens here tonight. So we got the championship order out of the way, and we have, I think it's AlphaTauri of Edge. Yes, it is. So he's doing his lean none lap. So might be the Fog, who is a reserve on debut here tonight. I think this is his first race, I do believe. He's out on mediums. Yeah, I think so. I think he signed up last week, but he just missed out the cutoff as we had a full grid. But we have the Fog here tonight. He is pretty decent. I have commentated him already on a different league on a different night. He is pretty decent. He does have some pace, and I think he actually won this race in another league that I did commentate on. So watch out for the Fog 32 here tonight, as he's coming through Maggots and Beckett's, coming through Chapel as well onto the back straight. Those clouds are looking menacing here as he goes purple. Middle sector's Edge is doing his lean none lap, and everybody is going to be out on track once Cowboy comes out there. There's a yellow dot, I think.
It's Warden. I'm going to assume he's going to try and get himself disqualified at the back. I could be wrong, unless they're doing something else here. But
well, the Fog has gone to the top of a 26-1. We got Formula goes P2 with a 26-7, and Edge has done a 29-6. Not bad pace there from Edge. As Poms for the 187, he goes to the top with a 25-8, but he is on softs, so could see him do another lap. As the Red Bulls are 5th and 6th, Mitchie goes P4. We have an Ambrose on debut here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. SBR Ambrose 4 coming around the final corner, goes to the top with a 25-225. Actual scenes are going to be had here tonight with Ambrose, one would think. So the next car to set a lap time will be Oxygen Thief, but he is no idea what he's doing. He might be coming in actually.
yeah, just for the viewers to know as well. Recently see SBR Ambrose, that is formerly DJR TP17. He has changed his gamer tag in the recent past because he's a bit more of an Ambrose fan these days compared to what he was as a Penske fan. It's a bit hard to still get it through my head that he's actually changed his gamer tag, but we're still going to call him Penske because that's, I think, affectionately what he is known as. So, he's at the current top of the moment, nearly a bit over, not quite 6 tenths clear of Poms. He just runs wide at Stowe, not quite, not Stowe, Cops. As his Formula goes to the top.
Very nice lap there for the Alfa Romeo driver. We got a wild DRC Joe coming around the final corner. It's not gonna, might be at the 24.6.
Oof.
That's gonna be tough to beat here.
That's quick. That's quick.
As Dill goes P5, Savory stays P8. I would assume Savory just gave Dill some slipstream on the straights. There's a Matt has invalidated his lap time. So the next one to set a lap time will be New Zealand Ryan. Coming around the third last corner, coming towards the chicane. This could be a decent lap here. I think this might be Ryan's favourite track as well, potentially. Coming around the final corner. There's a 25-2 P4 for New Zealand Ryan. We have a Warden coming around. He also invalidated with a 27-9. Put him in P number 9.
Yeah.
And yeah, Carwise has invalidated. So we'll stay on board with him and see what type of lap time he would have done. As Oxygen Thief 23 is the last of the time runners with a 1 minute 49.2, and Calbo would have been in P11 because he did the 29. So the first round, well, Jamie's doing a lap. No, I think that might have been Oz Formula. Yep, it was Oz Formula. So the next person to set lap time will be Savory. He's invalidated. Jamie is coming in. I think Jared is coming in. Yes, he is. I think Dill is going to come in as well, as he's on the median, so I must have missed that.
Probably trying to slipstream effect again down at the Red Bulls. 27.6, I think Savory had set, so I think he would have improved his lap time and would have stayed in position number 9. And go back to what you used early on. Yes, in past games, Ryan really loves this track. I don't know what it is about this track he loves, but he just, I don't know, he just loves this track. So, I mean, this is a slow lap. It's a 25-2 at the moment, P4, but I would be surprised if you see him somewhere around the top part of the table at the moment.
Warden up to P5 with a 25.6 on those mediums. So, not a bad lap there from the Renault driver. I think he's now full-time, I do believe. Now.
Yeah, potentially. I don't know.
Yeah, potentially. Cowboy Oz. He would have done a 30, so keeps invalidating the young Ferrari driver. As Brazuca is now on lap, so we're right on board with Brazuca for a lap around Britain. As he comes Brazuca around the final corner. It is a 1 minute 25.387, and that's put him up into P5 currently. Not a bad lap there for the AlphaTauri driver. The next car to cross the line will be a Mitchie 950 in that McLaren.
Get a nice slipstream as well from the Ferrari in front. It's gonna be Cowboy Oz, obviously, so that probably would have helped him out a bit. Here comes Mitchie to the line. He does improve. It stays in P10.
Yeah, 26.3. He lost a bit of time in the final part of the track. As Matt is now on a lap. We got the 2 racing points. Where is Poms? I think Poms will be the first one to set a lap time. He's up on his time by a long way.
He'd be on 24s here, if not, cross the line.
Oof, 24.926. Absolutely nothing separating Oz Formula and Poms to an 80-70 just yet, but one more run will decide this. As Edge is out there on the mediums, he'll be the next one to set a lap time, I do believe, unless it's a Matt. No, it is it's an Edge. Oh, it's Oxygen Thief. Okay,
yep.
alright.
So Oxygen on
Thief.
A flyer through the snow we go.
So it's Oxygen Thief, then Edge. So let's see where Oxygen Thief will be at. He has a front row start, I do believe, at France. No, he left France. But he's up in the he's P11 anyway. Edge goes up in the P11 on those bands, but he surely done enough fuel for another lap. As Jamie goes up in the P7.
Yes, correct. And Matt just gets himself in the 10 as well.
And Edge has retired.
Jared's gone quicker.
Oh my god, Edge, what did you do? Mitchie is retired as well. So Jared does a 24.0, way ahead of the competition at the moment. So I'm guessing the next one to set a lap time is New Zealand Ryan. He is 1 second quicker than his previous time. This could be something here. It's a 24.1. Oh, we're in the money here, folks.
I did say he'd be up there somewhere later in the session. I've been proven right so far. It's going to be a real tight last under 6 minutes to go here in qualifying. 23s, I think, potential here. Well, for Jared and for Ryan, potentially maybe a few other guys as well.
Do not count out Oz Formula just yet, and do not count out Poms 180-70. Big improve on the wheel so far, as he's just been grinding this game out.
Yep.
In quotation marks.
He
has got an Oz. Warden gets invalidated. He'll be straight in on another set of tyres and coming out with the likes of Ryan and company. So Dill will be the next one to set a lap time, as Brazuca is coming out now on his out lap, so he's gone out pretty early.
It's very early there.
Tactic or just to beat traffic?
Yeah, but the other, it might be for traffic potentially. I'm not 100% sure, but Les is just doing a quick, well, not a quick run, but just doing an in-out lap or something, then come back in and put a fresh set of softs on or something. I have no idea, but we'll keep an eye on X-Dill. Oh, don't know whether he'll pop into the 10. He might do. We'll wait and see. That's the line and go 7th.
Yeah, he lost a bit of time in that final sector. Get onto the grass. Hopefully he's got enough fuel to get back in and do another lap, as Brazuca is doing his lap right now. So only 3 cars out on track. One of them being Brazuca. Yeah, Cowboy's the lone Ferrari this race so far. Hasn't set a time lap yet, but wouldn't be a bad thing for him to start at the back, get the free choice of tyre, and let the carnage unfold at turn 1. I cannot wait for turn 1. It's going to be something. Brazuca, big lock-up.
If everybody gets through turn 1, I'll be very surprised.
As we got 3.5 minutes, Roscoe. Let's play the prediction game as per.
always.
Who's your man for pole position here tonight?
I'm going to go with the man who's pretty much gun around this joint. I think New Zealand Ryan may have the pole position tonight. I think Jared and I think Oz Formula might give him a run for his money, but I think Ryan may just have enough of it. But we'll wait and see. What about yourself, Risey? Agree? Disagree?
I'm going to say the man that's on provisional pole right now, DRC Jared.
Okay.
I mean, he needs a good result here tonight. He needs... Bazooka goes up into P3. Speaking of good result...
It's a great time there.
What a lap. He could have gone even quicker if he had not that lock up at... what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4... About turn 7, I think.
But I feel...
After the first DRS straight. I think it's turn 7, I do believe. Yeah. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
No,
it is what it is. But yeah...
I got the track map in front of me.
Oh, okay. Sweet. So yes, I am going for DRC Jared as my man for pole position, and he's coming out right now. Ryan's still in the pits, so interesting. I guess Jared just wants to beat the traffic, and it's a car park at the bottom corner here as Cowboy's doing his first time lap, goes up into P12. Oxygen Thief and Savoury Mince Pie are doing their laps right now, as we got some people in the chat. Also, from the said that they're 24 not on mediums. Yes, we saw, and we got Nick's Roxade saying hello. How's it going? We are doing fantastic, my dude. So everybody coming out right now. Let us know in the chat and the comments of this video when it does go live, as Oxygen Thief has invalidated his lap time. He's still got 1:30, but it's going to be tough starting on 2 lap old softs. If he does get into the top 10, he does have enough time to get around, but he's also going to give a slipstream to Savoury, who's also invalidated. You don't want that, as I think Cowboy Oz is just going to come in and retire into the pit lane. As Jamie JW21 is also invalidated, so it's going to be the first person to not invalidate their lap. So we're going to run on board with the RC Jared, and I will assume Roscoe will be watching New Zealand Ryan very, very carefully. He's letting Savoury go through to finish his lap and start another one. Bazooka has retired. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. My pick for pole position is starting off his lap going into turn number 1. It's big yellow flags as Savoury Mince Pie has retired from the session. Luckily, he's done it off track. Oxygen Thief doing another lap as well. So only, what's that? 3 cars outside the top 10. Actually, 2 cars as Cowboys is in the pit lane can improve if they choose to. Oxygen Thief has retired from the session. This is going to cause chaos.
Well, I hope his car doesn't get involved in any other incidents, but Jared was 3/100ths quicker. I think it's 6-1. I'll just check Ryan's time at the moment.
Poms got stuck behind that Mercedes. That could have cost Poms some time there. We've got 5 drivers in the 24s at the moment. Jared looking on par for a 23. He's a 10th up. Jared going ever so quicker.
Ryan went 8/10,000 quicker, but apparently we're purple in sector 1, but I don't know whether that's true or not.
As there's a Williams around as... Okay, so the top 11 can improve. Here comes the RC Jared, 23.9. That could say all she wrote. Where is Poms for the win 87? He's invalidated. Else Formula is going to be the next one to set a lap time. It's at 24.3 up into P3. Red Bull of Dill stays P7. Jamie coming around the final corner as well. Right behind will be New Zealand Ryan. Jamie, P6. Ryan.
He lost time.
Warden's up into P4. Ambrose, can he get up there?
I think he improved.
He's up in the P5. Wow, what a lap there from Ambrose. Marcus Ambrose, everybody.
Yes.
Oh, wow, what a qualifying session. DRC Jared claims pole position with a lap time of a 1 minute 23.976. Absolute scenes. New Zealand Ryan in the P2, Oz Formula in the P3, Warden P4, Ambrose P5, Brazuca P6, Palms P7, the top 7 under a second. Then we got Jamie in P8, Dill P9, the Fog on debut in P10. Then we have Matt, Calbo, Mitchie, Edge, Oxygen Thief, Savoury Mince Pie, and Master Berserk, who got disqualified with Savoury Mince Pie, the Drunk Driver Award here tonight. Ross, your thoughts?
Yeah, it's a very close qualifying. Like we predicted that Jared definitely was a big improvement, and I did say there was going to be someone in the 23s, and he was the one that did it, but I don't know what happened with Ryan, whether he was slightly up on his time, but just I think it went away from him at the end there, but I think I'm still going to back him for the races. Looks like clear skies for the race, so no wet weather to be sighted here for the Monday League.
It's such a shame. Could have another France situation, though. Rain at the end.
That's true, yeah.
But always bet on having a safety car at some point of this on the Monday night.
Yes, absolutely.
Whether it be a virtual or a big boy safety car, always bet on it.
Absolutely.
So we have about 15 seconds left. And while the drivers set up their race strategy, Ross, the prediction game once again, this time for the race.
Yep.
Who is your race winner and surprise podium here tonight?
Well, probably already gave away the rest of it, but I've got to say Ryan, just because of the great knowledge that he has. I reckon he and Jared will have a great battle and probably might include Oz Formula and even Warden as well, because he's up there in position 4. Just have a look at the tyre graphic. Surprise podium. Who could really... I mean, the obvious choice I would think would probably be Master Berserk coming from 17th, obviously getting himself disqualified. He could be a potential... Don't know. I've probably said Berserk in the past, but... I'm going to go with Master Berserk for a surprise podium here, starting from the back of the grid on the mediums, doing the opposite strategy, so it's a pretty simple one-stop strategy around here, but what about you, Frizy?
Well, Cowboys is just taking that edge, so fantastic
Lovely
stuff. Outside the top 10, so only Calbo, Mitchie, and Oxygen Thief are starting on softs. The rest of them are on mediums. No one's got the hard strat, so
No,
I mean, it is a hard to soft to medium or medium to soft race anyway.
Yeah.
But for race winner, I am going to say DRC Jared. He needs to claw back some points in this championship if he has any hope of amounting a challenge in the second half of the season. Surprise podium. I'm going to say the man in P10, the Fog 32.
Okay.
Man on debut. The man on debut here tonight. First top 10 start. I mean, he did win this race in another league that I did commentate on. Last minute, mind you. But yeah, it was really pacey. Very good on his tyres. But the thing is that he did start up at the front, so this is a different kettle of fish than what he's used to. As we're going to get ready for 5 red lights at the British Grand Prix.
Bring it on, I say. Bring it on. So I think we're nearly all set to go here. Are we?
Yeah, there we are. There's 3, 4, 5 lights. And it's lights and away we go. The Renault gets off to a good start, which is Water 99. He's up into P2. Can he go down to P1? Yes, he can. What a start by what a... But here comes DRC Jarrett around the outside into turn 3. Oh my god, hold on. Bit of contact. Jared holds on. Oz Formula looking down the inside of New Zealand Ryan. And Jared holds on the P1. Here comes Ryan. Down the inside, they're going to go 3 wide. Are they? No, they're not. Jared holds on the P1. Warden and Oz Formula go side by side here. Warden getting a bit of oversteer moment. What a start by Warden. He's back down at the P4 though. Couldn't hold on, and now he's on the back of Oz Formula. What an opening start as Oz Formula does a little bit of a weave. Ryan hits the grass. Everybody got through turn 1 relatively unscathed as Savory is overtaking Master Berserk at the back. Ryan get a bit out of a shape there. Coming through the...
Oh, did it badly for Savory.
Oh no, he's still in the race. Luckily, keep an eye on this battle at the front here. Ryan slipstreaming DRC Jared. This might be an Austria Saturday League once again. DRS training everybody and slipstreaming. But what a opening lap here, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody got through pretty relatively unscathed as the timing glitch has happened once again.
Yeah.
And this is just fan-bloody-tastic. Codemasters, fix up your bloody game.
I have to send in a bug report about this crap, I think. But I did see Savory, I think he was side by side with Master Berserk through Maggots and Beckett, so I don't think that ended badly. But I was surprised. Everybody got through there pretty cleanly through turn 1, but Water got a ripper start. And then all of a sudden he's back into pretty much his starting spot again. So it was sort of a good, then not so good for Water. But he's keeping toe at the top 3 at the moment.
Unfortunately, Poms for the win 87. He's back down to the P9. The Fog's up at the P8, so he's gained a couple of positions as well. So he's looking very feisty. Brazuca looking for a move on Marcus Ambrose here, ladies and gentlemen. Can he make a move? No, dirty, yeah.
Run through
have
there.
Effect. Matt's having it. Matt's around.
Yep, he's at a spin.
Matt's got a 3-second time penalty, but I think that might be removed as he was spinning around. So do not expect Matt to keep that 3-second time penalty
Berserk got one as well.
Race. So we got some battle packs forming right now as we're on lap number 3. Jared sets the pace for 28.4 and DRS is enabled right now.
Yep.
So we might start to see some overtakes. Ambrose looking for a move onto Jamie. He's looking ahead rather than back as Dill gets a 3-second time penalty. Jamie locks up a little bit. Dill and Oxygen swapping positions.
Send it badly for Dill.
He's still got his front wing. That's what matters at this stage of the race. I mean, he can take medium. If the safety car were to come out, he could take mediums to the end, but it is a risk. And Ambrose down the inside. Jamie's going to lose 2 positions, is he? No. Brazuca tried to take advantage of it, but he just couldn't get the traction down. But Jamie coming back.
Yeah, Ambrose had to make that. It's hard to say that every time. I know it's Penske, but I mean, had to make that move because the other guys, Warden gets a 3-second time penalty, but he had to make the move quick, otherwise he'd lose ground. And, well, I mean, Jamie runs way off at Maggots and Beckett's.
As the Fog is hunting down Brazuca, I did say...
Jamie up the inside.
I was going to say, I did say the Fog does have some good pace around here, so watch out as there's a Dill is around. I think he might have collided with Savoury Mince Pie. He's still got front wing, but expect him to come in. Ryan sets the fastest lap of the race so far.
Berserk's out.
It's Berserk, and Berserk is a safety car. I think Berserk. I think what happened was a Berserk has done a Max Verstappen with Sebastian Vettel. So I think where was Berserk when it happened?
Yeah,
he was P13.
Yeah, I think it was around there.
He was battling with Edge and Calbo. So
it's a weird spot.
Yeah, Dill into the pit lane. And yes, he is. He's got a front wing change, so he must have had like lime green or something.
Yeah,
But
take advantage of this.
Yeah, safety car is out now. I think, is it worth the risk for the top guys? Come on, mediums and go to the end. It can be done.
It can be done, but it probably depends how long the safety car stays out for. But I'd probably say the top guys may stay out, then pretty much go to the pit window. I think it might stretch out the sauce a little bit longer. But I mean, I would be surprised if maybe someone actually tries to take a gamble and come in and pit onto the mediums. That'd be probably in good stead for the race. But Jared just trying to go. Ryan comes in.
Ryan, Formula Warden all in. Ambrose is in. Jamie's staying out.
Brazuca.
Oh, Brazuca, 5-second penalty. Poms is staying out. Obviously, they don't want to double stack and lose a lot of time, but it might be worth the risk, you know, to lose time. Just to get
fresh rubber.
Fresh at the time. So Ryan is on hards.
Yep, same with Warden.
Formula's on mediums.
There's a few on hards.
Ambrose on hards. Brazuca on hards. Oxygen Thief on hards. Edge is going on softs for some unknown reason.
I assume that's probably if he's hoping for another safety car, but
unless he's just going to come in this lap and put on another set of tyres. Matt's on softs. Savory is on softs. Maybe assuming that this is going to come in and put on another set of mediums, potentially.
Well,
as technically this will be it'll count as their mandatory tyre. So,
hang on, what time did they start on? Just, okay, okay. So Matt was on the mediums, and so was Edge. They started on the medium, same as Savory, so they probably had to go softs. I mean, could have maybe gone hards, I don't know, but they're probably just wanting the quicker rubber. They might have a couple of set. Obviously, they got this set and probably another set of softs up their sleeve. Maybe, I don't know, but probably a tough ask. But top three, I think three that have stayed out. So going to assume maybe they're going to stay out long, because I don't think you want to be pitting, because you'd be way at the back of the field.
This is going to be interesting for the top three. Does Poms come in now?
No, they're going to stay out.
Top three, they're going to stay out. Would expect safety car to come in at the end of next lap, lap 6. I think Brazuca. Edge is coming in. I thought Brazuca was going to come in and do his 5-second penalty. Matt. Yeah, Matt and Savory are in.
Yeah, all the soft guys that will literally put the sauce on and just come back in. So, I assume they're going to put the mediums back on. Look.
This is going to be. Let's see what I would assume mediums.
Edge on mediums.
Edge on mediums. Savory's on mediums.
Yep, I think.
And Matt's on mediums, yeah. So this helped out Dill a lot now, because he's going to catch back up to the pack.
Yep, he's gained a couple of spots, obviously, with those three having to come back in.
So now Brazuca's going to go to the end, unless another safety car comes out. He's got to keep in mind he's got a 5-second penalty as well for speeding into the pit lane.
Yeah. Hopefully he remembers that one. It's just if another safety car does come out, or even a virtual safety car, maybe he might be able to serve it. But if we stay green for the rest of the race, then it's going to be a tough ask. Really, he has to do like a 5-second gap to anybody really who's battling with, just to keep whatever position he finishes.
Just want to point out something. Keep an eye on those formula. He's on mediums. He's surrounded by hards at the moment. If he can get a good launch, a good start, safety car restart, get past Ryan Quicksmart, he's got a chance at P1.
he's got to make use of the mediums very, very quickly. The hards are obviously a longer lasting tyres, the safety car's in. So if Formula wants to win this race, then he has to get by Ryan very quickly and try and build up a gap as quick as he can, and will probably have to manage his mediums towards the end. Otherwise, he's got a very quick Kiwi. There's going to be very quick right at the end on those hards. A lot of weaving going on.
We might see some team orders at Racing Point. Will Poms let Ryan go through? It looks like he's going to.
Oh, just they spun under the safety car.
Oh, can he get back quickly? I think Savory had an illegal overtake. So now he has to get back quickly. He's made it just in time. So Jared is probably going to go right about
very late
now. And there he goes. He's dropped it. And away we go. Green flag racing, ladies and gentlemen. Oz Former looking for a move on to New Zealand. Ryan straight away. Oh, Jamie's had a spin.
On. Yep.
And
Formula's
lost the position to... Oh, wow. I think it's X-Steel.
Yeah, it's still again.
Oh, no, X-Steel. He's had another spin. Not his fault. Jamie's had a spin as well. The fog's up at a P7. Can he get down the inside of Ambrose? No, Ryan looking for a move on Poms around the outside. Can he do it? Mitchie and Brazuka swapping positions.
Oh, we missed that. Waters jumped into fourth place here. I don't know where that's happened.
No, I caught it. It was due to the fact Ozfilmer had to brake because his teammate's car wasn't ghosted at the perfect time. And Water took advantage of that, slipped down the inside and took advantage of it. As Jamie gets a 3-second time penalty. So Formula's caught back up to the back of Warden. Jared's pulled out a 2-second margin already. And Poms is still in the P2, ladies and gentlemen. So he's kept it in front of Ryan. So it'll be mediums for Jared and Poms. Unless another safety car were to happen. As Formula looking for a move awarded but couldn't get the job done. Bit of a squeezed moment. Is he going to send it to 2-1? Please don't. Please don't. No, he's a bit too far back. Maybe on the DRS straight.
There he goes.
He's gone for it. Down the inside. And he's got the move done. Hold it.
I think he has.
He's got it. And he will get DRS. Actually, no, he won't get DRS. It's disabled. As he comes Ryan on Poms. No, Ryan is staying back behind Poms for 97 here. As Calbo and Dill are back into the lane. Mitchie, 3-second time penalty. The fog still behind Ambrose on those hards. So Fog needs to get past Ambrose quick smart if he has any chance of catching up to the top guys.
Yep.
2.1 seconds separates DRC Jared and Poms for the win. 87 here. Edge gets a 3-second time penalty. Saw something happen with Edge there.
I think he got passed by Savory.
Oh, Savory hits the back of Oxygen Thief. Doesn't look like he's got any front wing damage. This could be worldly for Savory. 1 championship point. The fog around the outside of Ambrose.
He's got it, I think.
This is going to be close. He's got it. He's got it.
Yep, he has.
He's got it. He's up in the P6 as Ambrose hits the back of him. DRS is now enabled. So we might see some overtaking here, ladies and gentlemen. The fog is 1.5 seconds behind Warden 99, so he's got a bit of time to catch up. But the leader, Jared, has checked out 2.5 seconds ahead of Poms for 87 here.
Ryan's got to get past his teammate here. He's got to get by him because Formula's catching and he'll get by easily.
Yeah, DRS. He now hoping Poms can hold him up just a little bit.
Oh, that's not.
Oh, a bit of lag. Still another 3-second time penalty. It's not been his race at all tonight, here, ladies and gentlemen. As there's a big battle on for P10 at the moment between Savory, Oxygen Thief, Matt, Ed, and Jamie. But I would assume the softs are going to start running out pretty soon. as Mitchie gets a 3-second time penalty
I think Matt
for
did as well.
For his trouble. It's a smart play for Poms to stick with Ryan as best as he can, use his DRS and drag him to his pit window. It might have been now actually. Steve and Matt.
Matt's got a very poor move on the inside of Stowe, but it didn't work out unfortunately, so it's going to have to work hard again. Ryan sets it in fast up the race on the hards, no surprise.
As Poms is falling, he's outside of DRS at the moment.
He's going to be gobbled up here, I think, by Formula on this DRS straight, the Wellington straight.
And there he goes. Now he's all back onto the podium. Can Warden get past Poms for an A70? But Poms might be coming in pretty soon. We're on lap 10 of 26. This is going to be an interesting race, all race long here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We got another battle pack on between Fog, the two McLarens, and Brazuca at the moment. For P6, 7, 8, and 9. Savory's 1.1 seconds ahead of Matt, so he can try and look ahead and get some more points here tonight. Oxygen Thief gets a 3-second time penalty. So Jared's staying out for another lap here. His tyres must be in very good condition. So around here, it's a really slow pit lane.
Yes.
As Jamie is coming into the lane, those softs are wearing out too much for him at this present stage. What do you think the gap Jared needs?
Well, I mean, even though he's still staying out there on the soft compounded tyres at the moment, on very old softs at this stage, he will be on fresh rubber, but I don't know, it's going to be, I reckon it'll be probably somewhere out behind edge. I know Jamie's just come into the lane, seems to put on the mediums, but it's just rough guess. Probably the same for Poms as well. They'll have fresh grips, so probably have to keep an eye on that, but it'll be a real tough ask. They can get through the field definitely quickly, but when they can get up to these guys up front like Ryan and Oz Formula, it'll be a tough ask, I reckon.
So we're thinking about a 30-second gap at least.
Yes, maybe something like that. It's probably a long shot that's going to happen, but probably his safety car would really help him out here. But still going on, that safety car would have probably helped conserve the tyres a little bit so they could go just a tad more longer. They're going on to lap 12.
Yeah, that's definitely true. As Warden is slowly but surely catching back up to Poms, and looks like his tyres are starting to fade just a little. Mitchie, another 3-second time penalty. He's still behind his teammate here, who is on the hards. You would expect Mitch to get past him quickly, but as Ambrose is using pretty much no assist these days, as Warden's got past Poms. Poms trying to look for a move back. No, he's just going to be happy for P5 at the moment. You might see him come in at the end of this lap, potentially. We don't know where the safety car is going to come out. Everybody's pretty good with each other. Half the grid's in a party with at least someone.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting.
We'll skip an eye on race leader, see whether he's going to come in soon. No, he's going to stay out for another lap. So,
what's his ERS at? He's at 90% ERS.
Poms
As Brazuca's gone past Mitchie. So Mitchie not taking advantage of those mediums, and Brazuca's flew past him, passed by him with DRS. Oh yeah. So Fog back up into P5, so now he can catch up to Warden 99. He's still in P4, by the way, just minding his own business. And Formula, we have DRS once again.
Yep. Mitchie, that's a little bit
a
sideways there on his screen, but yeah, you've got to make use of the tyre grip that you have on the mediums. Like I said, the hard compounded tyres are the longer lasting, so they'll be probably more the ideal tyre towards the end of the race. So it's probably what you're seeing now with Brazuca getting past Mitchie for 7th. And I would be surprised if you see Ambrose possibly come back to the Fog there for P5.
Well, the Fog is 4.1. He's dropping back behind Warden a lot, really, and Ambrose is catching him up slowly but surely. It's under a second. It was about 1.1, 1.2 just about a lap ago. So are the mediums starting to wear out quickly? Let's have a look at DRC Jared. He's staying out again. He's done. This will be half race distance plus qualifying.
Yep, so that's probably what, 14 laps on the set of these softs. And Formula says fast lap in the race, no surprise, because he was using that slipstream and DRS behind New Zealand Ryan, so trying to close that gap in. This is probably the closest he's been to Ryan so far.
It's Mitchie's falling behind Brazuca at the moment.
Yeah.
1.3, Dave's Hards is starting to come into their own right now. Heads get the 3-second time penalty.
That's Oxygen Thief.
It's Oxygen Thief. He's had a spin. No safety car yet. If this was real life, it would have been one.
Yeah, potentially. If he was probably stuck in the gravel anyway, but...
Well, that's helped Poms out massively, because now he's just right in front of him. Could use a bit of DRS to help him out. As Oxygen will have to drive pretty slowly for a little bit to get rid of that gravel on his tyres. Let's go back on board with Ambrose, battling with the Foggiest Mitchie, getting another time penalty.
That's going to hurt him later on.
I think that's about his 3rd or 4th penalty. So, as Jared is
finally he's in.
Finally he's in. I was just about to say that.
I suppose.
So we have now a race battle for the lead here, ladies and gentlemen, between New Zealand Ryan and Oz Formula. Would expect to see Jared on mediums. Yes, he
correct.
is.
And correction as well. Mitchie's that was his 4th penalty. Just check the race directors. Calvo, it's another 3-second time penalty, but Jared's going to be way behind. He'd be probably ahead of Poms. I'm not sure. He would absolutely be ahead of his team, I would think.
Actually, he is. He's coming out in P11.
Poms' fast lap, no surprise.
If you think about it, it's not too bad for Jared. He's only P11. He can easily catch up to like some Ed Savory, Matt, and all that and company. He's on fresh mediums with about 12 laps to go.
Look out for some blistering times for DRC Jarrett later in this race. Definitely, I would think, get the fast lap for the extra bonus point. But how far? I know a couple of guys have got penalties. Interesting to see if he finishes. Here comes Formula again. This is the closest he's been this time around. Is he going to look?
He's going to send it? No.
Quiet stone.
We do know New Zealand Ryan does have a time penalty. I did see it on the bottom that it came up with one.
Yeah, let's double check. Does he? No, he's only got one warning. Correction, he's got one warning. And Formula's on 2 warnings, so I think that was Warden that we might have seen the penalty for earlier on.
Potential, but I swear to God, I thought it said New Zealand Ryan had a 3-second time penalty.
He's only got all.
But if it doesn't, I do apologise, Ryan, if you watch this back. 7 minutes by another 3-second time penalty. So this race might be decided on penalties, but Formula needs to keep it within track limits, otherwise he'll be banged with one as well.
He can't afford another warning here, because if he gets another one, that's pretty much redone and looks right to warning the tracks.
Yeah, you cut out there a little bit, Ross. What did you say?
Oh, sorry. I was saying, like, you can't, Formula can't afford another warning. If that's the case, then that's pretty much game over. There's yellow flags.
It's Savoury.
Savoury mince pie.
And just like that, Jared's back up into the points.
Does
Savoury have any wing? Yes, he does.
Does.
This is going to be a close battle. The battle for P4 is still on between the Fog 32 and Ambrose. Marcus Ambrose on debut here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. This Formula needs to save up some ERS, as Ryan's got about 30%, while Formula's got about 20%, so definitely need to save a bit more ERS, as Ryan's getting the better traction coming onto this straight here. As Oxford if he gets another time penalty, Savoury's into the lane. Would expect him to go into the softs, as Jared sets the pass up with a 27-0.
No surprises there at all.
As Matt's overtaken Mitchie with DRS, so Mitchie falling a bit behind here. Can Jared catch up to Edge? He's a bit too far behind, but within the corners, yeah, he's just
Much
caught him
better grip.
up like no tomorrow.
Much better grip compared to
I mean,
Edge. He might have a
doesn't
go
to get
here.
out of the way.
Cops.
I mean, Edge did let him go through. He didn't have to. Could have kept battling him, but smart play not to ruin your race. He's still in the points, so I guess that is the main thing. The Ambrose Fog battle is still going on here, ladies and gentlemen. As Savoury is back onto a set of soft compounded tyres. Would expect Savoury to set the fastest lap of the race. It's still that point away. Actually, I think Jared might still have it. Yes, he does. It's a 27-0. Just looking at the fastest lap times here, Formula is about a 10th behind Ryan fastest lap rate at the moment. So he needs to get past Ryan quickly if he wants any hope. Yeah, like sector, it's a VSC. It's Savoury's into the wall. He's got no wing at all.
Yeah. He might be battling with his teammate there, so.
Matt gets a drive-through penalty, speeding under VSC.
That's just what you need, isn't it?
Still is into the lane, and Red Bulls are going to be double stacking.
Yep.
Save your era! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh, that was so close between Formula and New Zealand Ryan. Oh wow, that would have been big controversy right there if something would have happened right there. Oh wow. Oh man.
Oh, that sums up Matt's. Formula's error!
He needs to keep his cool. He's getting a bit frustrated right now.
Just
Jared's
saved
up in the. Yeah, I was gonna say Jared's up in the P8. Someone's around. I think it might be X still. Probably the car's through.
Yeah.
As Matt's done his drive through and he's outside the points. As Pomps, he's back into the lane. Back into the top 10, I should say. Oh, wow. It's just still getting out of the way.
Yeah. That gap's now gone out a little bit, obviously, with that little mistake for Formula. I'm going to say that's probably a combination of cold tyres, I would think. Unless he just made a little error coming through. It's four, but still within DRS, so not lost yet.
He needs to stay patient. Build up your ERS because you also need to build up more ERS because Ryan's got about 40%. You've only got 20. You need to build it up.
But you got to keep within striking distance as well.
Yeah, exactly. As Matt gets a 3-second time penalty. As Dill's gone off.
I'm going to assume that's virtual safety car.
It's
Jamie's out.
Jamie is out.
And Savory's out.
Pie is out. Dill's got no wing.
I'm going to assume that's a little bit of payback from Savory to Dill there, because now Dill's got 0 front wing now.
Well, Edge is taking advantage of this.
Yep, softs.
He's going on softs. Not a bad play for Edge.
He'll be probably behind Matt, I think. Yes, I think he will.
He does have a gap to Cowboys. Cowboys coming into the lane. Did not expect to see the front two to come in as we're going to go green flag racing right now. Oh, I thought there might have been a glitch at the safety cars. Formula 2 tenths behind Ryan, so
he's going to go for it.
Is he? Oh my God!
Oh.
Is he going to go around the outside?
Brave, very brave.
Oh my God! Down the inside. Has he got it? Yes, he has. What a move by Oz Formula, and he takes the lead of the race. We've had 2 VSCs and 1 safety car. Jared's up in the P7 right now, and with only 6 laps remaining, I think Jared might be off the podium here tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
Where is he on the racetrack? He's nearly 7 seconds away from Brazuca, so as Ryan's going to come back here.
Down the inside, and he's got the move back for P1. So we might be seeing this again. You know, like sector 2, I think it's just Dill just getting out of the way, I would assume.
There's spin as well. Just be cautious, yep. Even though ghosting's on. Good lad.
Oh dear, oh dear. Oh. Are we going to see another safety car?
Oh, Formula!
Yeah, I thought that was going to happen. I was on board with him. He just went wide a little bit. He's weaving in disgust. Oh,
I think he knows it.
No, he actually knows it. I think Ryan might still have a corner cutting token up his sleeve.
I'll check it in a minute.
He's still up in the P14. And, well, last of the runners at the moment.
Ryan's only got 1 warning. Osformula's got the penalty, and Warden's got 1 penalty plus 1 warning as well. Where's the fog out? He's pretty keeping it clean at the moment. SPR Ambrose 2 warnings. That's the top 5 currently.
So Ryan does have a corner cutting token up his sleeve if he chooses to use it. Jared fast lap with a 26.9. 5 laps to go. He needs to overtake Ryan and build a 3-second gap.
It's gonna be a hard ask, I think, and I think the mediums will probably be starting to swear out a little bit more, and the hards will be probably coming into their own here. As Ryan just has a little moment through cops, but that's okay.
As Matt is he's back in the points, but he does have a 5-second penalty next to his name if a safety car were to come out. Ambrose,
not quite.
Is Reformer do it again? No. Oh, he's gone for it! Oh.
He's close.
It was a late decision, but he's held his nerve. 27.4 is his best lap so far, so he's about 5 tenths away from getting that fastest lap, but I think that's Jared's right now. Oh, this is very, very intense here, ladies and gentlemen. Ambrose, 3-second time penalty, but Bazooka does have one himself, so...
Cost him off the edge. I have no idea what the hell he's doing. Cost Ambrose P4 at this rate, because I think the fog's pretty clean at the moment. No penalty, no warnings at all.
So in the chat we've got RBR asking penalty situation. Ryan has 1 warning. Formula has a penalty. Warden has a penalty. Fog has nothing. Ambrose just got a penalty. Bazooka has 2 penalties. Jared has nothing. Mitchie has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 penalties. Poms has 2 warnings. Matt has 1, 2, about 5 penalties. Auction Thief has 2, 3 penalties. Edge has a lot of penalties.
He just gets another one.
Calbo has a penalty, and Dill, well, he's got a lot of penalties as he's lapped. So that's the penalty situation, and Ryan's just pulled out a gap on Oz Formula, so those tyres are starting to fade just a tad, and with that penalty, I think that's all she wrote.
Yeah, he's still got DRS, but that's now... He's keeping within the DRS for 1 second, but it gets out within 1 second. No, he's got the time penalty, but I think it's nearly curtains now for Oz Formula. But it's great battling these two up front anyway, on 2 different compactor tyres.
Yeah, it was. As Edge has been disqualified, the shock horror there.
Sensible penalties, too many I think. So he's the back in 17th.
It's too late for a safety car to come out now anyway. So... Formula is still going quickly. He went purple middle sector apparently, but...
Keep an eye on Ambrose because he's closing in on the fog for 4th.
And luckily he went green flag quickly for Formula just in case he was going to make a move, but no. 2 laps to go, and I think Ryan might have this unless he gets 2 warnings this within the next 2 laps. It's you have like sector 2. I think it's Oxygen Thief. Yeah, he's had a spin, so looks like Matt might get the 1 World Championship point. Despite the many penalties he has. Bazooka's caught back up to Ambrose. Ambrose and the Fog are having a battle here now for P4. So P4 is still up for grabs here. And Mitchie's not a PA, but he's been hounded by Poms at the moment. But he does have a lot of penalties as well. So could be a decent haul of points here for McLaren.
And for Racing Point as well.
That is true. But Racing Point, their battles with Mercedes and Jones in the P7 and Auction Thieves in P11. So that gap just grows and grows and grows. Still another 3-second time penalty. This is the battle. P4, 5 and 6.
It's as close as Penske's been, I think. He's going to have to work hard for it here.
Here comes Bruce. Oh, there's a collision! Oh, no! Oh, wow!
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I think you saw it on your screen there, folks. About that one.
Yeah. Let us know what your thoughts of that. Jared gets a 1 fast lap point so far. He's up in a P6, but he could get some more points here as well. As he hasn't got a penalty, so he could at worst be P4, depending on what the situation is with the ones around him. As Formula and Ryan still under a second of each other. It's been a race-long battle between these two, pretty much. Warden got an electric start, was in the P1 coming out of, I think it was club section. And he's just fall back into P4, but he's still on the podium. It's a very good drive from Warden here tonight. But the story is, New Zealand Ryan took advantage of the safety car. Jared stayed out. And Ryan around the Cowboys is just going to let him go through. He's going to come around and win the British Grand Prix. Oz Formula is P2. Warden will come home in a very good P3. And the battle is for P4, but I think Ambrose might just have that.
Depend on penalties, of course.
He's going to finish P4. Rizuka P5. Jared gets up into P4. It still has retired. The Fog gets P6 after that. Brazuka down in P7. Poms gets P8.
He got Mitchie somewhere along the line there.
Yeah, he's got Mitchie. So Poms will get P8. Mitchie will get P9. And it looks like Matt will get one World Championship point. Wow, what a race. Not sure what Matt was doing there.
Are they going to spin it across the line, is he? Something like that.
Well, he's probably lost his 1 point anyway, so that might go to oxygen fee.
Find out. You see it across the line.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I thought Alpha Oxygen Thieves Mercedes, but
no, so
hang on.
He hangs on and Oxygen Thief gets driver of the day by Codemasters.
How?
Wow. Let us know who was your driver of the race. Or driver of the day, I should say. Driver of the race. I mean, same thing. Just
Same
different wording. But Ryan and Formula, what a battle. It had Austria Saturday vibes. I mean, Austria had 4 cars battling, but these two put on a pretty good show, actually.
Yeah, absolutely.
They kept it clean. Nobody got spun or anything. And here is the final race results. Ryan takes the win from Oz Formula and Warden 99. Jared ends up in P4 with the fastest lap point, so not a bad return there. Ambrose gets P5. The Fog gets P6. Brazuka P7. Poms from the A70 gets P8. Mitchie P9 with Matt getting P10. After the 10 we got Oxygen Thief, Cowboy Oz and X-Steel. The DNFs are Jamie, Savory, Master Berserk, and RBHR Edge was disqualified. Oh, what a race here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Oh.
Entertaining all round, to say the least. I've nearly got no voice again.
You're telling me.
Yes, exactly. I'm not even the main commentator.
And we're going to do it all again on Saturday at this track once again. And next Monday...
That's a Hungary, I believe, is it not?
I think it's... Isn't it Belgium? I thought it was Belgium. If I'm wrong, I do apologise. I thought it was Belgium.
Quickly... have I got it here somewhere? Please tell me I do. I'll have a quick check.
If it's Hungary, well then, that's another track that's going to be very, very spicy. Because we are doing the full the full calendar. Okay, it is Hungary.
It's Hungary, yep.
Alright, so we have 2 more weeks until we have a week break after Belgium then. So yes. Next week, we're at Hungary, and the Curb of Death will be returning at that track.
Yes.
I know we didn't see it at this race, but whether it could play a factor at Hungary, it has happened in the past.
Yep.
Hungary last season was, I think it was pretty decent from memory.
Yeah, it's a bit hard for me to remember, but yeah,
Yeah.
we'll wait and see when we get to it, I suppose.
Yeah. So, as all, Roscoe, before we say our goodbyes, who was your driver of the race? Driver of the day?
Driver of the day. I probably would give it to one, but I think I'm going to have to split it between both New Zealand Ryan and Oz Formula. You know, they gave us one hell of an epic battle. Oz Formula obviously is trying his absolute best to try and beat Ryan, but unfortunately the time penalty did cost him in the end there. So I've got to split though between those two. I think between New Zealand Ryan and Oz Formula. What about yourself, Fry? Give it the same or different?
I'm just trying to think who started outside the 10 and got points. I think nobody really. I think only Matt potentially. I mean, the Fog on debut getting some points. He was in a battle for P4 with Ambrose and Berserker at the end. A second last lap incident sport they planned, so it wasn't a bad drive from the Fog 32.
That's true.
But you know what? Just to be different, I'll give it to the Fog.
Okay.
The Fog 32 is my driver of the day. So do tune in next week, next Monday. As you can see, we're at Hungary. And that is going to be a ripper of a race. Always bet on safety cars on the Monday League. RRL will see you on Saturday. I'll just put the standings over the lobby screen so you don't have to watch it anymore.
Yep.
But yeah, until next Monday, it is goodbye. And we'll see you there for Hungary. See ya!
Bye.